for Jackie?
Yes, apparently I am. I'm here on behalf of United Way to see if we can get in front of the county employees to present United Way and talk to them about participating in an employee giving campaign for the 2012-2013 campaign. Last year, I'm not really sure how it's happened in the past, but if we can get in front of them in some way, I don't know if you have a group meeting, I don't know how it's been done in the past, so I'm trying to see how we can get in front of them to talk about United Way.
No, we don't have, I mean, we don't have like group meetings for all the employees, but we have email and other ways. So all you really want is just kind of like our blessings to
get
bring the United
information
Way
to the
campaign.
employees of the county. I have statistical information for you that shows the number of county employees who have participated in the past and has dwindled over time, and I think it's just a matter of re-educating them and reintroducing them to United Way and the benefits that it brings to the community. So I just need to know how I can go about doing that, if it's through Pam, the coordinator, or another avenue.
I make a motion that we accept United Way to present to our employees.
Second.
Motion and second, discussion?
Now this is just to contact.
To contact them to make it available to them to make a contribution to United Way through their employer through employee deduction, which you have some employees who do that now.
Have they already been sent letters?
No, nothing has happened. We have not talked to anyone from the county during this particular campaign.
I have received it.
To your personal address, not through your work, probably, yes.
So are you sending them letters personally, and then here again at work, or what?
Well, what we try to do, the best avenue for us is to reach the people who work in Whitley County through their workplace, because it's impossible for us to gather all that information of where everyone's address, etc., to send information out. If people have donated to us in the past, not through their employee giving, they've probably been sent a letter, yes. But anyone who's sent or given dollars through the employee campaign, they have not been contacted yet that I am aware of. Most people who have been contacted, it's been because they've made a one-time contribution, not through their employee giving.
Further discussion? All in favor of the motion, raise your right hand. All opposed, same sign. So here's my recommendation. If these guys have different, that's fine too. That as commissioners, we're saying, yeah, we think it's fine that the employees participate if they so choose to.
Sure, exactly.
And we're giving you the opportunity.
Right.
But my recommendation is that you work with Pam and our payroll clerk, Vicki, to work it however, what is most convenient for you and the employees both.
Sure, exactly, and that's all we want is to just get it in front
You
of them.
still offer the 1 hour of pay a month option?
Yes,
Okay.
We do.
Okay. All right, so there you go. You got the.
Okay, thank you
Got
very
it.
much.
That will be by choice, right?
I'm sorry, what?
That will be by
Employee choice.
Oh, yeah, they
Yeah,
don't have to
mandatory.
contribute if they
Alright.
don't want to. I mean, it'll be
Well,
available
yeah.
to them, they don't have to sign anything if they don't want to choose, if they don't want to choose to give. That's correct. Yeah, there's no coercion at all. So, thank you.
I forgot something.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got a call about a week ago from Mark Espick, who is, I guess, the chairman of the Humane Society Board. They apparently sought funding through the council, and I think they were turned down. I believe that's what he related to me. So he asked of me whether you guys had some budgeted amount of money they do stray pickup in the county, and so when there's a stray picked up in the county, is there the question, as I understood it, is there any possibility that on a per stray pickup, there is money to be paid them? And I assume from that they believe that's a service to the county that's unreimbursed to them. Although he wasn't calling me complaining, he was just asking, is there a possibility that they can recoup money? So I just lay it, not for today, but just.
What is today?
Huh?
It is today. Lindsay Pease is with us
Oh,
today
okay.
from the
Okay.
Humane Shelter.
Okay.
And she's gonna give a little,
All right,
we
good.
are gonna discuss it today, so.
All right,
If you
so
wanna
then,
stay, you're more than welcome, but,
I'm gonna let you guys handle
thanks
it,
for
but I
the
brought
input.
it to your attention, so this is,
yeah.
okay.
Okay.
So tell Mark I called, I mentioned it, because he's called me twice. I think he thinks I forgot about it, but
Okay.
I almost did, but I didn't.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Last month, Dan brought to us a service agreement with Havel Brothers,
Yeah.
and you had approved it, but these guys hadn't been here to talk to us about it.
Okay, I'll
And
stay
so
for
they're,
that.
well, no, I'm just saying,
Okay.
so they're here today, but you've approved the agreement. That's
Right,
what,
the agreement's
I'm
fine,
only
yeah.
committing,
Okay.
but they're here today to present it to us, because I think we'll have to, I'm not sure, is the money for this agreement budgeted?
It would be, yeah, if we didn't take it out of something else, it would come out of our fund. The service agreements,
Yeah, go ahead with the presentation.
actually, we are doing this, we are currently doing this service today. I mean, it's nothing more than preventative maintenance on the boilers.
Right.
We do that every year anyway.
This is courthouse. Or
Courthouse and
annex.
government center,
And government center, and annex?
not the annex.
No. Courthouse, government center, maintenance contract.
Right,
Okay.
for the heating and ventilation,
Yep, okay.
cooling. Like I said, we have the boilers inspected every year anyway. We have the cooling side inspected. We're already doing that. This is just an agreement that would enhance that, because we've added some new equipment. So we need to add to that service. So we've asked Havel Brothers to come up with a service agreement to service all the equipment in the two buildings.
Okay.
So at the courthouse, it would be the boilers, the cooling tower, the heat pump loops, the hot water loops, the VFD cooling tower, that's a controller for the motor, and the building automation system, which is all new. At the government center, it would be the boilers, the rooftop chiller, the hot water pumps, and the VFD drives for the motors on the hot water side, along with the combustion air makeup in the basement.
Okay, I asked you, Mark, and maybe you can explain to these guys, the boilers and chillers at the courthouse are brand new. Why do we have to have a service agreement? Why doesn't warranty handle? I mean, I could see having a service agreement in a year, but don't we have any warranty on that to cover a year?
Yes, they are under warranty. What the service agreement is going to do is allow them to check things out. If there is an issue or a warranty problem, it would be identified at that time. In other words, if it's an underlying problem, let me give you an example.
Yeah.
They check for amperage draw on each one of the motors. So there could be a slight problem that is not going to be identified, or may not be identified until after the warranty period's over. If they're checking those things on a regular basis, those are going to be present, and they'll be able to address them either under warranty or if it's out of warranty.
Okay, well, that was just a question I had. Like, golly, man, it's hard to imagine you have to pay pay a service agreement on a warrantable item, but I understand what you're saying, sort of, kind of. So, okay.
We've paid all this, most of this before, through just call them up, say it's time, or they call us and say it's time. By law, you gotta have your boilers inspected before heating season every year. A state mandate to get a license for them. So really, we're not adding that much, it's just under a contract now, a set price, rather than them coming in and identifying a problem, fixing us, and billing it.
So you've never had a service agreement before?
No.
Oh.
Just
Oh,
a verbal.
So this is new.
Yeah, and a lot lot of this is due to the sophistication of the equipment.
Understand.
The old equipment,
Understand.
we could go in and check, or we could identify
Okay.
a problem.
I apologize. I believe that you had a previous service agreement, but with the new equipment, it had to be adjusted. So you're really coming with a blank piece of paper and saying, we need a service agreement.
Well,
We were doing it before, but not under an agreement. It was just, okay, it's time to check the boilers for the heating season.
yeah, a lot of this come about with suggestion or the mandate that all contracts be reviewed by Mr. Ziegler.
Righto,
So
righto.
that brought,
Righto.
that meant we had to do that if we was gonna
Yep.
have any kind of agreement.
No, you've done everything right. We just,
Yeah.
so how much is the agreement on an annualized?
The courthouse would be $3,300, and the government center would be $3,576.
60, 80, $7,000.
That's 2 times a year.
Well, that's the total
That
cost.
is the total, okay.
But the
Yeah, okay.
breakdown in payment, they want it in 2 payments,
All right, okay.
just split it in
So
half.
approximately $7,000 a year for HVAC service guarantee,
Service,
service agreement.
maintenance, preventative maintenance
Yeah,
agreements.
for the courthouse and the government center.
Now, what that does not include is the control side for the government center. We have not addressed that with Carrier. That is something that may need to be addressed in the future, especially as the system's getting older, and it's probably gonna need to be looked at. See, right now, if we have a control problem, we call them in and we just pay the T&M, whatever it is,
A different company you're talking about.
Carrier, out of, yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Havel wouldn't be able to-
Havel, this service agreement is for everything but the controls.
At the government
At
center,
the government center.
yes.
Okay. And so I'm going back to sort of one of my first questions. So did you put anything like this in your 2013 budget?
I wasn't involved in the budget, so.
Only it was nothing we put in.
So for 2013, this would have to come outside of your budget, but we could be assured you would, for 2014, you would put it in your budget for
If we did.
2013, you'd put it in your budget started in 2014?
Yes.
So they might be under appropriated in repairs. That contract would be under repair and services.
Yeah.
So they might be underfunded for that. I don't know what that would be in
Right now,
my
you mean?
case. No, for 2013, when they enter into the contract, you're looking at
Okay.
another $6,800 in repair and contract fees. Unless they have, I don't know, I haven't ran you a recent budget projection.
The total amount, it won't be that much more because we already pay a couple times a year on a T&M basis for them to come in. So it won't add up to all the $7,000.
$7,000 less what you're currently paying on a
Correct.
time and material basis now.
Right.
So it's not adding $7,000
Right.
to the budget, okay. Have you got a gut feel what you're paying them now? Or what it's cost us in 12 or in 11?
This year, or in this building, we probably paid over $3,000 because we've had some new motors put on. We had one control motor on a boiler down there that was $1,700. So that's half of what a service agreement would be.
And you're saying in this service agreement, they would just have put that motor
No,
in it?
I won't say that.
Okay. Okay, all right.
I guess what you're paying for here is the privilege of them analyzing the problem and paying them to fix it. It's finding a problem before it gets any worse, is what I'm saying. Again, I'll say the sophistication of the equipment is something beyond either of us know really what to do with anymore because of the computer age that we are in. If we knew all the answers, we wouldn't be working here.
Yeah, I got you. Gentlemen, jump in anywhere.
Mark, you said, excuse me, this work, as we hear today, is starting today?
I'm sorry?
Did you say they are starting to work today on this? Is that what you prefaced your remarks with?
No.
Okay.
If I understand you correctly, they haven't started anything.
I thought you said.
This contract wouldn't start until first of the year.
13.
Now, just as an update on the new system at the courthouse, we're down to basically just the punch list. There's a few things they're ironing out. Other than that, the system's pretty much done.
Is there, who handles the jail service stuff? Is that a separate contract?
That is a separate contract. I'm assuming Mark handles it, but it is through Havel.
Is there, or would there, or is there, if we would see if we could negotiate the two together to get better cost or not? Or do you want to go that?
Well, they're two different systems, so they're going to take two different sides of Havel.
But the same contractors doing it.
Right, but they would be different divisions of the contractors doing that. Because they're more pneumatic controls, we're going to be electronic controls. She's talking two different expertise.
I don't know if they may have a service contract, I don't know, but I don't think they do.
That's okay. I just forget some folks can go your way.
Do they? Maybe they do, I don't know.
It might be
We haven't
here to do
The only way we get involved with that at the jail is when Havel is over there and they come over and tell us, hey, there's things that should be happening or shouldn't be happening over there, and we try to converse to see if it gets done. I know there wasn't a treatment system on that until they went over to show us the boilers that we were gonna put in and said, oh my gosh, there's no water treatment on here. Well, we ended up paying for that. The boilers, since you brought it up, the boilers that heat the domestic hot water, I don't know if they've been serviced since they've been in there, because Havel didn't put them in. And Mark and I both have a little concern about that things just don't keep working by themselves as long as they used to. You don't plug it in and it works for 20 years. There's a certain amount of stuff that needs to be taken care of on them things.
Have you brought that to the attention of anybody over there?
As far as I know, there's nobody at the jail that really watches over that stuff like they should. For past history, when the jail was built, they had me going over there and testing water is all I got done. They had all kinds of water leaks and all kinds of problems with it there for a while. And then when there was a change of sheriffs over there, I got informed that that wasn't my job, and so I took him at his word and didn't do anything. Well, they replaced boilers here a while back, and with, I'm going to say, an incomplete job, because there was no water treatment on it, there was no testing, no chemicals added, and it's the same with the chilled water, it's the same with the domestic water. There's enough mechanical work and maintenance in the jail that there should be a guy over there watching after this stuff.
Okay. Appreciate that. We'll save that for another
Yeah,
subject, but that's good info.
We would
That's
just,
good info.
I don't know about Mark, I would just like not get involved in it because it's stretching us too.
Or
We get a mixed, I can go over there and see a problem and call somebody, and they'd already seen the problem and called somebody, and then we started with having two people there.
Well,
and there was never any one person to consult.
and I appreciate where you're coming from. So what we have to decide, we're either in or we're out, one of the two.
I guess.
If we're in all the way. If we're out all the way, so.
But let me add to this, Mark is taken under his